Marcia has a daughter, Anna, and a son, Milton. Milton asks his mother how much money she has. Marcia replies, "I have 100 euros in cash and 10,000 euros in the bank." Marcia explains to them that the amount of money held in physical cash is only a very small fraction of the total amount of money in existence. At 10 years old, Milton and Anna are very familiar with cash. They know they can be used to buy sweets, cereal, and Pokemon cards. What isn't quite as clear to them is the concept of money in the bank. Marcia explains to Anna and Milton that her bank, BBB, keeps two lists. List 1, a list of things in BBB's favor. Assets, for example, people who owe money to BBB because the bank has loaned it to them, and things that BBB actually owns, such as the cash stored in its vault. List 2, a list of things against BBB. Liabilities, for example, the people to whom BBB owes money. When Bella, Benjamin, and Barbara founded the BBB Bank, together, the three of them contributed 10,000 euros in cash and coins, which they placed in the bank's vault. These 10,000 euros were recorded on the list of things in the bank's favor. However, those 10,000 euros were also recorded on the list of things against the bank, on the list of people to whom the bank owes money, since the bank owed that money back to its three shareholders, Bella, Benjamin, and Barbara. By founding BBB, Bella, Benjamin, and Barbara essentially updated their own personal favor lists. They exchanged their physical cash for shares of BBB. Once it was founded, BBB began to lend money. Its first loan was to the clothing store. On the list of things against the bank, liabilities, it is recorded that it owed the clothing store a deposit of 1,000 euros. This 1,000 euro deposit against the bank is a 1,000 euro asset in favor of the clothing store. Meanwhile, on the list of things in favor of the bank, assets, it recorded that the clothing store owed the bank a loan of 1,000 euros. This 1,000 euro loan in favor of the bank is a 1,000 euro debt against the clothing store. Later, the bank also lent 2,000 euros to the fruit shop, 3,000 euros to the supermarket, and 10,000 euros to Marcia. And those 10,000 euros that BBB has written down on its list of things against itself are my 10,000 euros, Marcia explains. The 10,000 euros I have on deposit in my bank, BBB. Milton and Anna look at each other in surprise. They realize that most money is simply numbers that banks write on their lists of things against themselves. That is, on their lists of people to whom they owe money. Marcia explains to her children how she pays at the supermarket when she goes to buy milk. She holds her BBB card near the supermarket's card terminal. The terminal sends a message over the internet to BBB saying that Marcia wants to pay 10 euros for the milk. BBB receives the message. Then, from the 10,000 euros Marcia had in her deposit, BBB subtracts the 10 euros for the purchase she is making, leaving her with 9,990 euros in her account. Simultaneously, BBB credits those 10 euros to the supermarket owner. Before receiving the payment, the supermarket had 3,000 euros. After the payment, it has 3,010 euros. Once the payment is complete, BBB sends a message back to the supermarket, and only then does the supermarket give Marcia the milk. In summary, just as bills and coins are money because they are used to make payments, bank money in the form of deposits is also money because it serves the exact same purpose.